Am I overreacting? My girlfriend and I have been dating for 2 years, we're both married, we met on a cheating site a few years ago. She ended up having XX with her husband a few months ago but didn't tell me about it until today. She can't stand her husband but he kept asking, and asking, finally they had XX. I told her it's not the act, it's that she didn't tell me. She said she didn't tell me because she didn't want to hurt me. Even though we're cheating, we have rules, which is we have to tell the other person if something happens. She didn't tell me, so I ended it a few hours ago. Am I overreacting? Basically. She slept with her husband. Yeah, I think that's okay. If your affair partner is married, it's wise to go into the relationship expecting that they will be sleeping with their spouse, even if they say it's a DB. And if you don't want to hear about it, don't ask.
What she does with her husband is really absolutely none of your business. Completely overreacting.
I'm gonna screw this up before I even screw my potential affair partner. Been chatting with a girl for the past week or two. Going well, not fast by any means but progressing. Significant other and I turn on The Office and watch an episode. The one where Jim is keeping tabs on Dwight's work. Dwight comes back from a 20-minute disappearance. Significant other is confused. She doesn't watch as much as I. I laughed and said he's screwing Amanda, then corrected to Angela. 2 minutes later I asked if she wanted me to add anything to my Amanda, oops, Amazon order. Any guesses on the name of my potential affair partner?
And now you just told everyone on the interwebs. I call everyone sweetie for this reason, including my significant other. When I'm texting my significant other, I catch myself wanting to say my affair partner name instead of his. We should just make it easier on ourselves and find an affair partner with the same name as our significant other. A place where they know your name. Do you frequent the same hotels or motels with your affair partner? When I first started seeing guys outside of my marriage, for fear of judgment, I was careful not to visit the same place twice in a month. After being in relationships longer term, I have now settled down to one motel that affair partner and I frequent once a week or more. I'm not fancy and lots of times it's about the whole convenience of it. Location, timing, and cost. Well, yesterday was interesting. My affair partner got the room like he usually does, and went inside to wait for me. He totally forgot to let me know the room number. So here I was sending him message after message trying to figure out where to go. Finally, after 5 minutes of waiting for his response from his obviously silenced phone, I gave in. Oh, no, I didn't leave. I marched my horny bum to the counter and asked the lady at the desk which room I could find my affair partner. She smiled and looked on her computer. Room 110, ma'am.
My affair partner and I would meet at a place quite often, and the same lady would check me in, so much that she would take over from anyone else if they got to me first. Once we broke up for a short time, and went to our place when we got back together. I got the room, but left instructions for affair partner to check in. No questions, they gave her the key and she went to the room, but she called instead of text me the number. There's a brown bag with your name and a smiley face on it. The lady had left us snacks and bottles of water. Me and affair partner used the same hotel for 5 years, at least a few times a month. She always checked us in, I usually did the food run. It got to where she befriended the front desk lady, and we could pretty much check in whenever we wanted. Not often you can call and be in a room at 9 a.m. We even bought the front counter lady gifts, gift cards to Starbucks, etc., or I would order an extra bit of food and drop it off on my way in. She was awesome. The last time we stayed she informed us it was her last day as she was being laid off by the new owners. She comped us the room that day. My affair partner asked her what she was going to do for work, and she said she had no idea. Affair partner hired her on the spot. She started the next week. 3 years later she still works for affair partner.
Me and affair partner meet at the same motel once a week for 7 years. And I always get the room. Don't judge, he pays for other things, and it works for us. Anyway, I know the husband and wife that run the place very well. I always have to stop myself from laughing because the man always asks if everything was good when I return the key. I'm sure he's not meaning it to be the way it sounds, but it's funny nonetheless.
One time my affair partner was arriving at the hotel before me. So since the reservation was in my name, I phoned ahead to leave her name with the front desk so she could check in and go right to the room. When she checked in, the girl at the front desk asked for the original name on the reservation, and when my affair partner told her, the clerk replied, "Oh yes, Mr. Yada Yada stays with us often." Which was a surprise to my affair partner, since this was only the second time she and I were there. Needless to say, that made for an interesting conversation when I eventually got to the room. Thankfully my affair partner was great about it, and it actually turned her on knowing I was so experienced. It made for quite the hot time that afternoon.
I wish that the Japanese concept of love hotels existed in the rest of the world. Not just for meeting up with an affair partner, but also with themed rooms, and available on highways between cities, so if you and your spouse or F-buddy or affair partner or oversized massager are on a road trip and want a nice, safe quickie and a nap, you can get that done for reasonable rates. Everyone knows they are for XX, they are specifically called love hotels. It works if you've got kids and just want to F your spouse without being quiet about it, or having the babysitter take the kids out for a play date. It works for APs. It works for young people discovering their sexuality, I say, not remembering how old you need to be to rent one. So many things are easier when the entire culture accepts that sometimes people just need to have a place to go. It's still sort of a don't ask don't tell situation. Nobody is gonna talk to their grandparents about their recent trip to a fabulous love hotel, but it is mainstream enough that they are nice places to go have XX for an afternoon. Often with snacks and drinks you can order to the room, and karaoke machines or video games for warm-up, during, or afterwards depending on your kinks.
More than one affair partner? Is this common? Personally, if we both know we're cheating, I almost expect it, and honestly wanna hear about the good stuff. Maybe that's weird. Except yesterday. She told me in the morning her crush invited her over to Netflix and chill. I got jealous, I'm only human, and did the best thing I could think of, I talked her into meeting me first. Then sent her from the hotel to his house. I've done it, and it's a headache. I prefer not to, but sometimes it's necessary to begin the research process when you sense your current affair partner is reaching its culmination. And so relationships may overlap. But I never get jealous. My APs are 1000% free to do whatever they want. Breadcrumbs. Pretty sure this has happened to almost everyone here, but damn, I'm sick of this crap, y'all. Been seeing this long distance affair partner for like 6 months. She's got young kids and is separated. We were seeing each other like once or twice a month before Rona decided to be a total witch to everyone. We're about 5 to 6 hours away. We used to text all day every day and send cute crap like "miss you, thinking of you, blah blah blah," texting even through the late night. Life was busy for her, but she made time for me. And of course the XX was amazing. After the lockdown though, the texts gradually faded to the point where if I don't initiate, I get nothing. And of course with kids not being in daycare, it's crazy for a lot of parents because it's like a full-time job, on top of your full-time job, so I get it. But am I crazy for thinking that no one is that busy they can't take 2 seconds to send a text saying, "Miss you"? Funny thing is she used to confide in me all the time about her life and crap, and then it all just stopped. So I asked her about it and she bristled that I was being too needy and that if I want more, she can't give. Mind, I'm not the type that is needy if the communication is reciprocal. Like, I don't expect responses right away. If I send something and I don't expect to receive messages all the time. But like, even just once a day, a simple text "I miss you" or "thinking about you" or "hope you're doing alright" would suffice to sustain me. Or just send me random funny things or whatever. We used to do that for each other, and now she's just slow fading me. So then of course I wanted to clarify things, and she said she wanted some space because she's emotionally exhausted. I was like, fine, okay, I'm going to just not chat, but I'll leave the door open if you want to come back, that I'm not going to initiate, and if she wants to chat then she can, if not then I'll take it as she doesn't want to. Guess what? She then came back with how much she loves me, cares for me, and doesn't want to lose me, like all the sweet things I wish she had said to me before, but that she needs to just pull back a little. And I'm left there like, wait, how do you care and love someone and think about them often, but also want to not have to engage as much? Am I crazy? For me, if you want to make time, then you make time, if you don't then clearly you don't care as much. So now I feel like if I want to leave, then I'd get another love bomb that makes me all confused and hurt. I don't effing know what to do. Why can't she just rip the band-aid and be done? Why string me along? It's cruel. And I hate myself so much for not being able to just go no contact because I'm a effing stupid addict and I can't quit. And I just feel dumb for letting myself be treated like crap. I tried to have the self-respect to leave and yet I couldn't. I'm trying to limit contact as much as possible now. I don't engage as much but I still feel hurt. And of course if I don't engage or initiate, I get nothing. LOL. Classic. Maybe I'll just slow fade her out too, instead of quitting cold turkey. Thanks for letting me vent. I don't have anyone else to talk to because of the nature of these things. Edit. Just want to add that we have mutual friends as well and I don't want to lose my friends either. Edit 2. Just wanna thank everyone for your support. As others have said, this pain is unbearable because we can't talk to anyone about it, saves for therapist. So we just suffer in silence. I'm grateful for this sub. Listen. It sucks. But she's telling you she can't or won't engage with you the way you want her to. She sadly doesn't owe you more than that. The good news is that you don't have to wait for her to pull the plug, you can do it yourself. Good luck. I asked her about it and she bristled that I was being too needy and that if I want more, she can't give. She's telling you everything you need to know right there. Kudos to her for admitting this instead of leaving you hanging. And I know it's easier said than done, but you need to move on, find someone as into you as you are into her. Good luck. You have pretty much answered your own question, when you said you don't feel like she's that interested. It feels to me she's just keeping you just in case, and it's not fair. The honeymoon is over, the times when you used to text all the time and be all happy and excited, that time has passed. Don't waste your time, and quit.
Please like and subscribe.
Please give your 2 cents in the comments below.